back, guys. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started with a Hubocopter inspired beach. So before we get building, let's go over the traps and perks we're going to use today. We're going to use 10 standard floor freeze with 3 durability, 2 reload, effect duration. We're going to use 5 standard tar pits, all durability. We're going to use 2 floor launchers with 2 impact, 2 reload, 2 durability. We're going to use 1 wall launcher with 4 durability, 1 reload, 1 impact. We're going to use 1 wall launcher with 2 reload, 3 impacts, 1 durability. We're also going to use 1 wall light with 3 durability, 2 reload, effect duration. We're also going to use 2 wall launchers with 2 impact, 2 reload, and 2 durability. And we're also going to use 2 anti-air with double range, double reload, 2 durability. And last but not least, we are going to use 2 dev builds, possibly. Also, a little shout out to You Are My Only One. We're going to use an inverted wall amplifier. This is basically a mini boss dancer for our amplifier. It's pretty cool. So, a little shout out to him. There's a link in the description below. And let's go ahead and get this build, shall we? So, I guess the first thing we're going to do is go over the blockoff. Now, we're not doing a lot of blockoff in this one. So, the first one we're going to do is the ramp all the way in the east. Let me see if I can find my mini-map, as you can see. Now, you can place a dev stair on your ramp. You can also place a P block. Okay. And as a backup, we're going to place some stairs. Now, this build is going to use 88 builds. So that's, what, 5,280 metal maximum. So, not too shabby. But for us, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use 1 dev stair. And there we go. Now, when you're using dev stairs, you generally want them to be where they're going to path at. So they're generally going to want to path in this corner here. So we got a dev stair to block them. Now up here, we did a different kind of block off, but they're more likely to beat on the metal than they are the dev stair. So, and they're going to want to hug this corner. So we're less likely to have these builds get attacked by doing this. So we don't have to worry about our AFK spots. Considering that we like to build for low health, we're going to go ahead and build that way for right now. Now, the last but not least piece of block off is in the east, right over by ramp. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and P-block this. Whee. Nothing spectacular. Now, we don't want to attach, we learned from our last Devil video that we don't really want to attach builds to the P-block, because that can have a bad reaction to the husks. They generally only like 2 edited pieces, not an extra, so they'll generally attack it. But considering this is its main pathing, and we don't have a dev block there, what we're going to do is we're going to build a freeze trap right here on this ramp. So we're going to go ahead, and let me see if I can remember this right. I need a ramp here. Can I get up here, please? Thank you. And yep, I was wrong. So I do apologize. We learned. There, I can see my ramp now. So we're going to take our first floor freeze. Standard, if I can find her. And what we're going to do is basically you can see how it's right there. And we're going to move over and we can place it there. But if we move over enough, trying to point at the ramp down there, you can see that it puts it down there, allowing us to place it. Now, before we leave, we're going to go ahead and place our stair above it and remove our extra pieces. Now, we have a ramp with a nice little freeze on her. Now we can go ahead and finish our P block. Now, none of it is touching our P block, so it should cause no issues with the husks at all. Not only that, if we get a few of the husks that try to come up here and beat on it, this will freeze them, knock them back, and reset their AI to run down. Now, flingers, we kind of want to avoid them. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Okay. Now, waiting for that to tear up. Where'd I go? Oh, I spun around. Please accept my edits. Thank you. Now, I'm building this on my main because I didn't want to tear it down on the other account because we were doing testing on it. And I'm running out of blank spots. So since this is my oldest beach here, we just went ahead and tore this one out and replaced it. And that should cover all of our block off. Come on. Thank you. Now, last but not least, we're going to go ahead and put 4 floors down and edit that like so. And this will protect lobbers from being a little extra. I'm not 100% sure if I need it, but basically the husks will try to throw from down there. And because this isn't straight, and I can't exactly put these on top of here without the lava bomb taking them out, we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to do the same thing over here. Like that. Alright, now we're going to find our standard floor freeze. Freezing off for any flinger that gets stuck up here. And if I'm not mistaken, I need one of the 2-on-2s. This is technically enough, but I'm looking for a 2-on-2. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Get those edited up. Now, it also allows me to use my alt to look around. Let's do that so I can see it. Wall. Okay. So we're working on pathing now for the east rare spawn. Right. Well, it's actually up there. I didn't mean to hit that button. I'm trying to do that. But we'll go ahead and get that out of the way. Right here, we're going to go ahead and place 4 floors. Edited like so. Give a quick upgrade. Okay. Now, standard floor freezes again. We're going to go ahead and place 2 of them down. Son of a shoot. There we go. Perfect. Now, 1, 2, 3 impact. I wonder... Yeah, because they might want to cut that. That's what I'll do. So, we're going to cut that right there. And we'll go ahead and let that upgrade. Alright, now that that's all upgraded, let's go ahead and get our 3 impact 2 reloads put on. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and take another one of those 2 impacts. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Over here, we're going to go ahead and place our freeze trap. And 1 anti-air. Okay. And then we're going to place another anti-air right there. And then let's go ahead and get our path input in. So there's our path. We're going to go ahead and block off this cave. Now, we got to remember, when we're blocking stuff off, when you're using dev builds, you want to make sure that the dev build is the first thing that they come across. So the husk coming this way, all right, we want to make sure that the dev stair is the first thing they come across. So they won't want to beat on it. They'll see that it's blocked and move on. They'll come and hug. They'll see the same thing, dev stair. They'll hug it and move on, causing them to take our path. So this, I wonder if I did that. Do apologize. Alright, I did. So there we are. Give that a quick upgrade real quick. When upgrading, be very careful not to upgrade your dev build. Because then you'll have to have somebody come back in and redo it. If you need anybody to to give a hand placing them, please feel free to use the Discord below, and somebody will be able to help you as soon as they are available. Because not everyone on councils can build them, and I understand that. Alright, now that we have that built, we're going to go ahead and use another floor freeze. Now, you have options here. If you happen to have literally trap Dura survivors and tech and are basically a level 310 in Twine legitimately, I recommend using one with heals. Heals is currently still broken right now, but it won't be later. And by using the heals and the impacts, you can force Huss to come off of the build. Alright. That was an accident and wasn't supposed to happen. I wasn't supposed to place a trap there. Gotta love the bugs in this game sometimes. There we go. So you can cause Huss to fall down using that trap. Like this. Getting him to come off. Let me place an anchor real quick. Or, if you have low level health, I recommend using a standard facing this way, causing the Huss to back up a little bit. So, yeah. For us, we're going to go ahead and use that one. Even though it's on my main, but for the sake of the video and for personal use, it really doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and do that, considering heals isn't working right now, and later when heals works, we'll replace it and do the other one. But that's what I'm going to do right now. Next, we need our wall pushers. 2 impact, 2 reload. Yep, there it is. 2 on 2. Wonder if I have them up here. I do. Anyway, 2 impact, 2 reload, 2 durability. Alright. Now, because this is a double reload... Oh, I almost forgot we need our wall light. The wall light is just a standard wall light. It's to help push Huss back and keep them on these tiles to get them pushed off. Let's see here. I'm looking for a certain trap. I know I want to put here. There it is. It's an odd one. Happens to be there it is. 4 durability, 1 reload, 1 impact. Okay. Now, if you're really low on health on your walls, on my main I'm not, but if you happen to be, you can take an increased building health and place it on the back, increasing your wall health, and will do you wonders. We're going to go ahead and place our standard tar pits. And 1, 2, oh, there's the other. I think to come down. There we are. Place my ramps. And come on. It won't let me. Get off that build. Thank you. Thank you. Not supposed to be there. Alright. The Hubo rebuild. You got any more stuck in there? If you don't have triple jumps or whatnot, over here in the corner, you're more than welcome to place one of these pads. They really help for getting out from the beach. If you're like a constructor or something. So, real handy. Sometimes I'm Harper, and I forget that I'm not a ninja, so I like to have them. We're going to go ahead and give them a little upgrade. Whee. There we are. Now, last but not least for our floor freezes, we need one right here. And we're going to go ahead and place our floor. Yeah. I wonder if I can get away with one there. Probably. Alright. Tar pits. So we're going to go ahead and float a tar pit. Now to float a tar pit, what we're going to do is we're going to stand roughly about a half tile away. And we're going to go ahead and aim about midway up. If we go too high, see how it doesn't float above us? We go too low, it doesn't show up. But if you see right there, when it moves over, it goes blue, right? So for me, my keybinds are set up to where my trap will not place until I release my button. So I've pressed my button, but once I release it, it'll place a trap. So that's the kind of keybinds I have. So basically, I'm going to press my trap on the ramp, and I'm going to let it go and move to the right. Okay? But I'm going to do it fast. If I let it go too late, I'm going to place the trap down here. My goal is to release it too early where it doesn't place at all. And now I know that, well, I nailed it. Oh, I was supposed to keep that. Anywho, that is how we're going to float that one real quick. Go ahead and replace this. Same thing. Press and hold the trap. Release and move. Perfect. Flicked it right in. And now, well, we don't want that there. Go ahead and upgrade all of our metal. Traps are in. Perfect. Another thing that you can also do is you can put another one of these tar pits right here. If you felt like it. But it's going to burn up really fast. But I'm not going to lie to you, it will. No, I really don't want to do that. And I'll explain that when I get upstairs. I want to keep it just like this. I don't want to change what I was doing, and I'll explain why it could be a problem. So the smashers, when they walk up here, they're going to want to charge the amplifier like this. Okay? If I place a tar pit where this freeze trap is, the smasher will get stuck, right? And he's still fucking pissed. And that's going to cause him to walk this way. And we don't really want them to walk this way. And if they do, you know, we want them to walk over here, right? If he gets fucking pissed from a tar pit, he'll take this wall. If he takes that out, then we only have our other chance to knock him off from over here. The wall light will help and all that shit, yes, but it's going to create more problems than we want. So I thought it was a good idea at first, and I was wrong. So my apologies. Almost forgot about these guys. This here is in the event that our blockoff breaks. And if it does, we want to make sure that the husks trying to go this way are eliminated off the map. So here I'm just going to use our standard 2-on-2. If you never really have a problem with that block off, remove these two. You know what I'm saying? You only need one safety net. You know what I mean? But if you really don't care about builds and shit, go for it. I counted this in the 88 anyway, so it's not like the end of the world. By no means. An extra trap or two. Rather have it be really hardcore and consistent than something that's going to be inconsistent. Hubo was a big fan of using the least amount of builds. So for him, he wouldn't even have put tar pits or this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be yelling in my comments about why in the fuck is this here and all sorts of shit. Like, is that needed? And yes, because you don't want the husk to stand on this little green tile. And there's another one over here. I can't even get myself. Yeah, the husks will stand on these. So, I'm sorry, Mr. Hubo, but I can't have flingers throwing on this shit. It happens. I have seen one try to throw from here before. You can get away with using like a sound wall if you ever did get one random guy. Can't remember which one it is. I think it's this one. Basically, any sound wall with 2 reload and effect duration will work. The more durability is the better, but it works the same way as a freeze trap. Highly unlikely, so we're not going to bother with it. Another thing that you could possibly have happen is this tile right here at the top of the water. You might get one that tries to back up a little bit so we can go with 2. But again, if you're going for something like stupid solid, you can go ahead and place 2 right there. And the sound wall, if I was extra paranoid, I guess I can place it just so you guys know. It's got to be an effect duration, I'm sorry. There it is. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm guaranteed. Do I really need these? No. I don't need those. But am I going to place them so that I don't have to worry about so much random damage? Maybe. Why not? I know that believe those true traps down there were not on my list. So if you don't have them, don't worry about it. If you do, fuck it. Throw them in there. No harm, no foul. But they're going to run out of a lot of durability with the husk walking back and forth, so the odds that an 11 and 21 give you trouble, it helps. That's blocked off. That's blocked off. Oh. This normally would be blocked off by this from ramp. Give me a second. Let me make sure I got it right. Don't fall. Which one did I use over here? Yeah, I was using that one. So, the one I was using was this. Okay. Now, if you got devs, you can do this. Give me a second. No, upgrading's a bit slow for me. Perfect. Smashers and mini bosses might mess with your stairs on random waves like 5 and 5, 16, 26 or something. One of those random ones. If that's the case, generally it doesn't usually cause me a problem, because if I ever did, it'd be like 26, and ramp would already be done by then. But in the event that you do have devs, you can place them like this. And that should keep your mini bosses and stuff like that to more or less worry about this and less of that. So, good times. We're going to go ahead and use it. This trap here, I think it's a 2 on. Yep, 2 impact, 2 reload, 2 durability. Making sure I have everything how I want it. That covers our path. Floaties. Our devs. And, oh, this thing. This is part of ramp and whatnot. But you can also place a couple devs on that for ramp. My main's got it. I have no idea what we're using on the other ones. I think we're using floors. But if you have devs, you can dev that down. Otherwise, that's not even for beach. Yep, that's it. So, last but not least, you don't want anything in a charging area. Oh, let's not forget that. Almost forgot. A wall. So, this gives the smashers something extra to smash for, as well as smashers that come through here. They don't break this, they just phase through it. It gives them something to want to go this way. Mini bosses will eventually take it out, but it helps direct them for long enough and to protect them from randomly taking out one of these. But that's okay because we placed the floor. You know, we got backup on backups, but it's rather have it than not need it, than need it and not have it. Now, just like dev builds where we'd want to put them in the way, some things you want to be out of the way. And for an example, when you're using You Are the Real One's amps, the amp design for the dancers, you don't want your pillar to be in the way of where the smashers can come. This way and all that, you want it to be as far on the opposite. Depending on what amplifier you're putting it on, keep in mind to keep that away from your spot. Now, what we're going to do is we got to invert this wall. And to do that, we're going to go ahead and go to our settings, go to our game settings, and go down to extra game options. We're looking for something called first person camera. We're going to apply it and turn it on. Now we want to grab our pickaxe and walk to the edge of our ramp, looking all the way down. I can't look down anymore, but right at the edge of the ramp. Boom, boom. Perfect, right? We're going to take any wall trap. All right? And my wall trap button is T. If you're on a controller, I think it's circle. So you would have to press X is jump, I think. So you'd be like X, circle, and then square, I believe, is your place. So you'd go X and circle and square at the same time. For keyboard and mouse, it's going to be your space bar, your trap button, and your place button, which is my mouse, all at the same time. So pickaxe open, looking all the way down. We're going to jump and place trap at the same time. And that's going to place a wall down here, upside down. Now, like I said, first person view. Go ahead and place a ramp. Take your pickaxe out. I don't know your pickaxe button. I think it's triangle for your consoles. Mine's L. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out my pickaxe, look all the way down. Select a wall trap. I think there's even a picker wheel. Which one's a picker wheel? Yeah. So we'll do it like this. We want to pick a wall trap, not a floor, but whatever that may be. Go ahead and pick our wall trap. Open our pickaxe. Jump. Trap button and place all at the same time. Consoles, you'd be X and then circle and square at the same time. So then we're going to go ahead and get our little wall in there. Pull ourselves out of this first person VR little mode because it makes me nauseous. Now we can go ahead and build. Standard, regular TP loops that you're used to. But this time, the Huss think that this wall is above it, up here. So they think it's floating. So they want to attack these walls, but they're unable to get up there. Normally what we would do... Oh, I almost forgot. Is we would place... That was an accident. That was an accident. Back in the day, our teleport loops would have... I know, baby, but I'm recording. You gotta back up. You gotta keep down. I know, keep it down, baby. Back in the day, our teleport loops would go ahead and have them up top where they'd walk in like so, teleport to the other side, and whoop to bam. But my man's figured out you don't. So, absolutely fucking genius. I love it. It's the new hotness right now. So, we're going to apply it. We're going to show his work off, and we're going to talk about him. And hopefully you guys will click the link below and go check him out and see what he's working on. He works on extremely low budget builds and extremely nice for people that are on consoles because he doesn't use any dev builds at all. Yes, birds eat bugs, baby. Ow. Get that leveled up. Now we have our amp, we have our path, and we have our block off. We got one last thing to do, and that's to divert our flingers. Now, I want to make sure I get this completely right. And come on, accept my edits. There you go. So this is a flinger filter. Flingers cannot walk through here, but husks can. So it diverts the flingers away and to where you want them to be up here. Now, come on, there we go. You're going to want to do another one up here. That way, any of them walking up can't fit. It's not done yet. We'll get to that. Now, right here, we're going to place an archway. And 2 stairs. Edited like that. Okay. Almost forgot. Yeah. For some reason, it wasn't in my alts, but I knew better than it needed to be. Come on and accept my edits. That's what happens when you run multiple games at once. It's terrible. Alright, hopefully this thing's done. Come on. Oh. Alright. That's a different type of bird, baby. My daughter's into birds right now. Bird watching has been our thing. She also has 50 chickens of her own to play with. She loves them. We don't need that much metal. Last but not least, after we get our Flinger filters in there, we'll go ahead and place a lobber diverter. Flinger filter. Perfect. Now, when I was doing low-level tests, what did we build? Okay. So, this stair, I'm going to go like this real quick. And find my regular floor freeze. There we are. So, again, just like we did over there, I have a ramp down there, and I'm trying to look at the very bottom one, and then where I can see the ramp trap moved over on the bottom and the top, and I'll place it. Placing the trap up top and not below. Perfect. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. I need you to leave me the fuck alone while I'm recording, please. Alright. Let's see if it'll let me. I might need to actually move over a little to get it. And I did. Now, oh, I put them too high. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I placed them too high. My sincere apologies. I was supposed to do this. The ramp that was here, put a cone on it. Nope. Ah, there it is. Isn't it? Don't do this to me. There we are. Oops, I was not supposed to take that out. Guess we're putting that back. Alright, so give you guys a better angle. Don't fall, man. There we go. Perfect, I can see it. Boom. Easy peasy. Go ahead and remove our excess. And there we go. Yes, owls bite, honey. Well, they're more like claw. Kind of. I don't know. Now, what did I do with this one? Oh, okay. So, place a little ramp right there. There it is. And remove the excess. Beautiful. I think I finally got it. Yes, baby.
A beak.
You like the beak on that bird. I love her. Perfect. So now we can freeze any blasters and smashers acting a little aggressive and a little, well, aggressive. Feel free to cheapen them up any way you want. Me personally, I used to just block this off with a P block. That's it. These two pieces on the end and then two cones. So, as you can see, let's pretend this is the ramp. This is how I have them, right? With the sticks. So instead of sticks, I would just place two cones like this. And force all the husks to walk this way. But when my walls weren't fucking full power, they'd walk right through it. So alt had trouble, main did not. So since I don't want any angry DMs, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Backup. Let's say you do lose one and they want to come up here and throw. Well, the only spot they can throw from is right here. So we can put in two standard floor freezes and call it a day. Another thing you can do is completely move them, but then you would just move them back. But to stop them from coming forward, we'll go ahead and divert them. Just let me make sure I got everything out there perfectly. Yes. So, diverting them. We're going to go ahead, add the arch and a stair, make an F. After we made the F, we're going to go ahead and block off those two spots down there. So we don't need the freeze traps, but I'm still going to leave them anyway. Because let's say you have low building health. Or just something's really pissed off and angry. And they hit it, it disappears. Now you got yourself an open spot. Just back up. What matters most is this F. Another thing, we're going to go ahead and hop over here. Place a ramp. I'm going to take this out, this was an accident. Placing them over. Me, I'm going to go ahead and add. Hold on, I'll wait for it to load in. Technically speaking, that is all you need, the F and this over here. But not always. Certain war games, certain rare spawns, and certain other things can happen that will cause a need for extra diverter. Alright, granted, we can run these and that'd be fine, but we're not going to do that. We're going to add in the two extra over here to block that out. And we're going to add the 3 extra over here to block that out. Now, let's say you were blocking off this, and you want to block this off too. You know, you don't want Huss walking up here. You know what I'm saying? You don't. You want to have all the Huss walk up this because of your durability. And make them walk all the way this way. That's fine, but if you do that, remember, you're going to want to place 3 floors here and 2 freeze traps right here. Okay? Now, you definitely don't need the extra builds we brought up there. You're only going to need these right here. Okay? You won't need those extra tier 1 areas. You know what I'm saying? You can just do that. This is just to move the lava bomb. That's why it doesn't have a trap on it. I mean, you could be as simple as put a anti-air on it if you're worried about the propane, or you can even put a sound wall here. We did that a lot in our testing. So, but for our sake, we're not. But I wanted to talk about it just in case you started running into issues and you're like, bro, I'm taking damage. These are running out of durability and they're walking straight up there. I just showed you how to block it off and what to do. It costs a little bit more, but it's possible. But the people that are running no trap dura and you don't even want to put Harper on, yeah, I get it why you needed it. You know, when your tar pit only has 20 uses, yeah, I get that. You know what I'm saying? I can fully understand. But, you know, just put Harper in your loadout. Where is that button I'm looking for? Yeah. Tough traps in your support team at best. I always recommend that. If you can't put it here, put it as your main. If you can't do that, put it here. If you don't want to wear it at all, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I recommend them. I'm still going to build without them. I at least always have one in my loadout, but that's the bare minimum. I mean, not everybody's got trap survivors, but everybody has tough traps. It's in the collection book. If you don't have one, it's because you recycled it. But it'll be there. You can get it in any color. Be fine. Now, another reason why I like to connect them is if one gets taken out and like that, it'll be fine. So, looks like only carrying a little bit of metal was an issue, and it looks like I might have built some of my previous one in some brick. So, it happens. No, it's not what I was trying to do. Dang, a habit of starting this thing. Let's go ahead and make it look pretty and say our goodbyes, because we are done building. I'm just going to go ahead and give you a sneak peek of our next video. We're going to be working on Valley. No, it's not going to look like that. It's going to look very similar, though. It's going to be a Robo-inspired Valley. I think we're looking at the Robo Annihilator 3000 or something, or like Robo Decim something. We haven't figured out what we're going to call it. We're going to figure that out like, well, after this video. So about 20 minutes I'm going to have to figure that out. All right. Perfect. I just can't for the life of me think I'm forgetting anything. think we had everything covered that we can possibly cover. Anything that could be thrown. Nope, they can't throw from there because of the new added pieces. Can't throw from here because of that new added piece. They... only if they had to. Yeah, this is beautiful. Alright, perfect. Alright, guys. Oh! We weren't done. Imagine. We weren't done. So, Flingers could try to walk around, depending on your valley build. So, if that's the case, what we're going to do... let's go ahead and... oops, sorry. Build a little zigzaggy wall. Floor. And 2 more floors. Now, if you have full health, you don't need this. If you got low health, alts, things like that, I recommend this. Because I did this on 1-tap builds, and depending on my AFK spot, I had stuff get torn out. So, to prevent that, what we did is we went ahead and put a sound wall. I really don't even care what kind of sound wall. So, any sound wall. Place a sound wall there. And then you're going to want to place a tar pit. Okay. Now, this is where it's going to get into stuff that does matter. You're going to want a 3-on-2. 3 impact, 2 reload. 1, 2, 3. Guaranteed to push them off, right? Next, 1, 2, 3. This one here, you're going to want to be at least 4 or 5 impact. Me, I'm going to do 4 impact, 1 reload. Alright. And that will prevent any husks from trying to go around this. If you do happen to have that, this part on Valley. Alright. I recommend this block off at best for people without devs. Any double reload electric field. Alright. That way something comes up, gets zapped, walks off. You can also dev build it. But for us, I'm actually just gonna stick to the mushroom. Been trying to remove some devs anyway. We're just gonna go with it. I'm gonna put it. I've used it for a while. I still like it. I'm gonna use it. I don't care. So this will help anything that's trying to walk up and go this way to your amp. If you're still having a couple stragglers and you're really low on that health, this helps too. So if you got devs, dev it off. If you don't care, this works too. Now you're asking yourself, well, why won't the husk just walk this way? Instead, it's too far. The amount of tiles it takes to walk around, it would be easier for the husk to take their normal path instead of taking something extra for them. So, why would they? They already wouldn't want to come this way as it is. This just solidifies the whole thing to make sure they never bother at all. Again, not exactly needed, but we're going to do it. this is now done. The only other spots I've ever seen some issues with are flingers here, but we added this up here to take care of it. This one and this one. This one was added so that the flinger doesn't, it's usually trying to stand up here. It's rare, but it happens. The one that always tries to throw from here. Everybody loves that guy. He's amazing. Just loves to come fuck shit up. But yeah. Now, if you are absolutely unable to dev, like you just can't dev. Alright, I get it. So, look at this. Now they can still walk up that, right? Watch. Oh, they can go through. Nope. Floor. So, this is a viable option. Alright. You get one of these taken out. Look, man. A little extra. A little extra. I ain't got to worry about that one house that beat it on this side. So that's a good option there. I believe you can get away with the same thing on this side. This one might get broke. So you will need the one inside on that. If you are having husk beat on it that you don't want to, you have one option right here for a tire, and another option right here for a wall dart. Okay, but since we're using a dev, we don't need any of that extra. So yes, we talked about how to do that without dev, how to do that without dev, so you don't need devs, but yeah, give you guys alternate ways to do stuff. If this accidentally gets broken, we have that back there. Ramp, if it does get broken, to stop them from going around. If this gets broken, to protect your ramp, the only thing you have to do is P-block here. And here. So if you get some sort of randomness taking out some stuff, there's your option for fix. Trying to think of any other problems that depending on the base and who you guys and what you're doing, see if I can alleviate any issues or concerns. But yeah, I generally don't have that issue. Been searching for it, but we like to keep it simple, stupid. Alright, welcome to Hubo's Beach Rebuild. I appreciate you guys coming out, hanging, and I really hope you guys like it.